Broke it and broke the next door neighbour's CCTV as well. I blame you. Yeah, you caused it. Hi, Kirsty. Hi, Diamond. I'm just as bad as Nanny Bird now, eating crisps. Thank you, Kirsty. You're right. You're right. I'm good. Thank you. What? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Ethan? I'll hang up then. What you doing, Kirsty? What you doing, Kirsty? Long day, innit? Hi, Joe. I'm alright, thanks, Joe. Are you? Hi, Lisa. Oh, Purple Art's in. Oh, God. Purple Art's in. Purple Art's in. Hi, Michelle. Oh, I was just saying it. Oh, I've got a crisp stuck in my throat. Well, I haven't, but I've got a bit of the chili. It's a bit hot. It's a bit hot. Oh, not really. Hi, Jack. Hi, Harmony. Aren't some adults a bit, That's fine. Appreciate that purple. That's fine. Appreciate that purple. I'm just on about... Sorry. I'm just on about oftenly. If that's a word. I don't know what word to think of. I don't know what word to think of, like... You're not here very often, that's what I mean. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, I just text Chris before, just saying it's a bit childish. You know, having your mods and yourself on a block, on a block mission to block someone that you're cam to in. Just because they're reading the comments. I thought it's a bit childish, innit? Hi, Chloe. I don't like that Chloe with the K. The K Chloe. I don't like her. I think it's KHLOE. The one with the big forehead. I don't like her. Something weird about her. She likes to comment on me a lot with sarky, cocky comments. I was playing Monopoly. I don't know if you meant to put Monopoly. We all have a forehead, but some people have quite a massive one, to give a big knockout. A big headbutt, don't they, Ethan? You're going to give them a big headbutt with that, Ethan. You're going to give them a big headbutt with that big forehead people have. Ethan has he has a bad forehead. Would you say I've got a big forehead, Ethan? No. Oh, here he is. Dickhead Chris is in. Chris, did you get my message? It is a bit childish, Chris. Because I stuck up for you. I've had no problems with you. But what do you do, Ethan, in life, eh? You treat people nice and you get shit back. They get on a block streak because you're reading their comments while they're cam-2ing you. But hey ho. Because I will, Frankie. If people want to be cocky and sarcastic to me, I'll go for them. Because if people want to say me crying over my transitioning, which is my mental health, I'll mock you. So I think fair's is fair. No, I'm alright, Chris. You were on a block mission to get rid of me, so I won't. I won't block you though, because me and Miss Blue and Jessie don't do stuff like that, and I sit with a wrong un apparently, so I don't know why you're here. I took it as banter though, to be fair, Chris. I know you were like, we're gonna block you, Lauren. I did find it funny, but I just think, when it is actually happening, because I'm just reading comments, people are talking about me, Chris, as soon as I go in Blues. Oh God, Lauren's in. Oh. Yeah, you see what I mean, Eleanor? They're blocking people. The mods are blocking people, and I was winding you up, Chris, before I saw your gingerbread man looked very shocked when I said there's a mole. That's why I said I'm only winding them up. It happens. You get an odd few mods that will unblock people. Behind your back. You'll start to learn all that. Well, you probably have anyway. But I wound them up before Ethan. I told them that I was meeting Sharon, and they're all like, "Thought Sharon's going to Jess's." They all thought Sharon was at my house. But yeah, Frankie, does that answer your question? Why I'm starting to be quite rude and horrible to people? I haven't been horrible to Chris. I just called him a dickhead as a joke. But I stuck up for him because I still don't agree with Sherby's post. I find it absolutely disgusting to call him that after everything that Mark's done. Having an 18-year-old's address at the age of 40 odd, however old he is. But guessing from the greys in his hair, he's probably quite a lot older. Trump's a rate. Alright, well, we're not talking about Donald Trump right now. Whoever you are, Scouse. Can we get rid of Jay? We're not talking about Trump. I need a Trump. A Trump. I'm eating too many crisps. I will. I'll read it when I come off, Chris. But that's what I was just saying. If you actually were, your intentions were to block me because I was reading the comments about the live that I was in, I think it is a bit silly. Because it was funny at the time, but seriously, you were all trying to block me because I was reading the comments. So I don't get. It's a bit childish. It's like bloody. What would you do an example of that on? I don't bloody know. But it's just a bit thing, innit, really? You come to an alive and then you're getting blocked for reading them. I'm not stopping anything, Chris. I'm just saying it is a bit childish. You know, it's like me doing the same to you. If I went live, started talking about who was in your box, and I block every single person that comes in, because they're trying to read what you're saying, it is a bit pathetic. Doesn't make sense. Oh, I'll read your reply then, Chris. Oh my God. The reason I was still in there is because I came back in, Chris, when everyone was joining, so they missed me. Then people were saying they knew who I was and they've got rid of me when they didn't. So they're blocking innocent people. It's like this Jay Green. People probably don't know who that is. That's just come in my life, but that might be me, apparently. AI summary. Debate is happening about blocking people in live chat. Share your thoughts. Yeah, come on, everyone, share your thoughts. Right, I'll read your reply, Chris. I'll read it now. I'll have a look. Right. Yeah, Chris, so you kind of just said the same thing. It's just a joke, but you know, the mods were on the path to block me, weren't they? For reading the comments. They were trying to get me, you know. Because you even said she can't get back in on a Lauren Colley because she's blocked. So your intentions were to block me, and it. I don't want to go upset. It's not funny. No per blocks. I find it bullying. I think it's because of who I am per block. They're doing it on purpose. No, I'm not a lion's den. I find it bullying. They're just wanted me gone. Just wanted me gone. This is what they do, Ethan. Ethan. It's Lou's here now to bully me. She's here to bully me. To bully me. They're all here. They want me dead. No, not. Purple Heart's bullying me. And Chris. All of them. They're all coming at me. They're coming in here now saying I'm horrible and I don't deserve a platform. They're all going at me. They've all come in threatening me and pinning me down. And that's how it looks on your side. You know, when you're all playing victims. Yeah, I'm absolutely fine, Purple Heart. I'm just showing you that's how you all seem. You know, when you give it and you... Oh, exactly, Lou. She's just said the words coming out of my mouth. You give it and you can't take it. Exactly. Should we go on about Lou? No, we shouldn't. Well, you'd all know about that, wouldn't you, Lou? About acting. She'd get a good part on EastEnders. Oh, God. No, it wasn't. I could have done well better than that. Lou, there's no water's coming out my eye, darling. I was just doing a perfect example of how you all seem, and how you look. And then we've got Saint Lou that does nothing wrong coming in. Lou, there's no tears. Why do you think my voice changed in half a second? Idiot. I think she doesn't get it. You know what? She's bullying me again, Ethan, and I can't... Yeah, fuck off. Get out. Do you replay on drama? Bye, Chris. See you later. Alligator. In a while. And go and fuck a crocodile. Oh, God, I'm absolutely sweating. I'm alright, Kelsey, thank you, yeah. I was just showing them what they seem like. You know when they act. Showing them what they seem like. You know when the actual victims. Ethan, can you say hello?
Hello.
Oh, apparently I'm lying. Oh, apparently I'm lying that you're not even talking to me. Hang on. Ethan, can you just say you're an AI bot and you're not real?
I'm an AI bot and I'm not real.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, AI bot. Well, he clearly is here with me. He's talking to me, sweetheart. Idiot. Never. Did I ever sit here and mention that Ethan sat next to me? Just because you thought I was talking to myself, that's on you. Not myself, that's on you. Not me. On you. Chris, I thought you were leaving. There's no point requesting the box. And then Lou's still sat here saying bye. And then she's wanting a reaction. It wasn't Lou. It was pretty clear I was taking the piss. Like, right from the start, I said Purple Arts and Air bullying me. It was an absolute piss take. If you're too stupid enough to believe that, Lou, then you need your head sorting out. So clearly that was just put on. Just like a lot of the things you've done over the years, Lou. Do you want to get into that? No, I'm not. Because I'm not going to stoop that low, Lou. Because we know what'll happen. You do fuck all wrong. Let's get the police sirens out. Oh my god, everyone's bullying. Lou. But you know what me and Sharon came up with, Lou? Is toodaloo, poor little Lou. Goodbye. And I'll do what you did to me, Lou, when you were talking about me. And you went, bye, Lauren. Bye-bye, sweetheart. Bye, Lou. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Fuck off. Just like you did. Bye-bye. Fuck off. Just like you did to me. Bye-bye. It was a good point. And I don't care if you all didn't like it. It's not my fault you all didn't catch on. As if I'm actually going to sit here and say Purple Art and Chris are bullying me, calling me horrible names when they haven't. So if you think that was put on and I was actually trying to play victim and my voice just suddenly switched up, then you're all a bit deluded. I was doing a perfect impression of you lot because you all say stuff you can too. You bully people, you say loads of shit, and then when it turns back on you lot, oh my god, it's a complete different story. Same with my AIs that I've made. Oh my god, they can sit there and go, Lauren, you don't know what gender you are. You don't know what you got between your legs. You don't know whether you're Lauren or Kesrick. But no, oh god. Sorry that I react and put an AI up of you eating bloody food on a bus or put an image of how you look up. That's me being nasty. I'm a horrible person, Ethan. I need locking up. I absolutely need locking up. I may as well go fucking join Keisha. I may be on her level of craziness here. Hi, Mel, you alright? But they're a bit pathetic and stupid. Clearly, they don't have I don't even know why I'm wasting my breath. You know, they've all fucking still been nasty to Jessie after what's happened last night. Like, Jesus Christ. They don't care about her, but they sit there discussing what's happened to her. Nanny bird, and so on. You don't like someone, so I'm going to stalk them on TikTok. Follow where they're going. You remind me of Ethan's ex. She's stalking him. She's trying to set him up. And that's what you lot are doing. And that's what you lot are doing. You're trying to get people in lives, chatting loads of shit, bullying people. That's what Ethan's ex done. Ethan's ex tried to get a random girl ringing Ethan saying he went out with her a few months ago when the whole time I've had his location. And then in the end, when I pretended to be his ex back to that number, his ex texts me randomly saying it's illegal to pretend to be someone, and that's how stupid people are from stalking people that you don't like. So if you don't like someone, block them and don't mention their name, because clearly you do. Who have I got arguments with? Have I got arguments with Chris, Keisha, Blue, Adele, Beskell, so on. No, I don't. I've got the stupid little arguments with people that don't leave the house, that mock me for not leaving the house. I've got arguments with people that sit behind the camera, people that are fucking on fake accounts, people that don't do fuck all, that are on benefits, and they slate me for all the stuff they do the same. Hello? They're insecure. You're all very insecure adults. And then most of you started fucking going at me when I was 18 years old back in 2024, so it shows a lot about you. You know, you've got families, you're at work, you've got kids. You know, you're working all the time, you're spending time with your family. You know, where's setting a good example to an 18-year-old? But no, we'll put up the dead granddad, we'll mock what they used to look like at the age of 14. Oh, but let's say if the 18-year-old retaliates and says, oh, you seem a bit nancy having my address. Oh, God, you are nasty. Oh, my God. Oh, my fucking God, Lauren. Oh, my fucking God, Lauren's nasty. Oh, my God. You know what? I need an award. I need an award for being the nastiest 20-year-old in the world for arguing with 30, 40, 50-year-old people that sit on their asses all day on TikTok. You know what they claim? They've got better lives than me. I don't leave my house. I'm not the one that goes on about my age, Frankie. These lot do. Hang on, you think you're forgetting that people said Sharon was weird for sitting with a child. They were calling me a child because I'm 20. So Frankie, I think you need to go into Mark, Sherby's, Keisha's, so on, Angel, fucking Blue Art, fucking Laura MD. I think you need to tell them to stop bringing up my age then, don't you, Frankie? But you won't, will you? Because you're wrong. I never bring my age into it. I never say, why are you picking on me? I'm only 20. Do you hear me? Why are you picking on me? I'm only 20. Do you hear me saying that? No, I don't. But Frankie, what are you doing? Because you seem to know everything about everyone and what's going on. And Frankie, I don't know if you haven't seen, but I was never on live through February. I was hardly on in March. I was in and out of Jess's box in March. The last thing I knew before all this doxing Shelbell's kids with this Jessie thing, the last thing I knew about was Jessie in Thailand with Chris. And then I came back last month, still not knowing what's going on. Because I've been going out, sort of trying to get over my anxiety slowly. Frankie, I'm not talking to anyone off this app closely. I don't talk to anyone. The only person I've texted the most is probably Jessie. I've got no contact with anyone. I don't even answer Jenny anymore. I don't answer my moderators either. Well, my ex-moderators. Because like you said, I'm 20 years old. I should be out and about doing stuff people that do at my age. But I'm not. I'm arguing with people like you. But, you know, sorry for anyone that's over 40 and here or 50 that's getting on quite a bit. I've got my whole life ahead of me. So when you want to sit here and say, you don't leave your house, Lauren, you've got no friends. I've got another 10 years until I'm 30 years old. And then another 10 years till I'm 40. I've got plenty of years ahead of me. And you're laughing, Frankie, because you know I'm right. Unless you're the same age as me, which I doubt you are. I just feel sorry for you because probably by Christmas this year, you probably won't see me live anymore. Because I'll be cracking on, I'll be moving out. I'll be going out more. And you don't want that. Because deep down, Frankie, you're saying all that and you want me to stay on the app. Manipulating people. Have no friend. What are you doing, Frankie? Before you pop off, what are you doing in your life? And don't say a lot of things, because clearly you're not, because you know so much about me. You must be sat here watching me all the time, and don't say you don't. Because if you're not, you sat there watching Soap and Glory, and that's a bit of a sad life. Isn't it, Frankie D? And that's why you're leaving it with a goodbye. Bye. Or you'll end up coming back in 2 minutes later, repeating the same shit you've already done. Do you see me asking people to come in my box when I've got an argument with fucking Bird Nest or Ugly Behaviour or any of the other horrible people on this app? No, you don't. Because I'm not sat on here looking for drama. I'll come in to support Jessie. I'll come on this live if someone's got to say something about me. But no, if someone wants to pull the racism card, I can't pull the homophobic card. It's not allowed. They're both illegal. But when it comes to other people, it's allowed when they say it's allowed, but not for me. Not for Jessie. But when it's Lou, because she's still listening now, when it's her or someone else, it's a whole different story, innit? And I'm speaking the truth. That's why I know none of the haters are coming in there saying I'm wrong. Because there's definitely not 39, 40 people in there right now that like me. Definitely not. And the reason I'm hardly on, if anyone wants my account, message me giving it away. No one wants it. No one wants it. No one's going to get scammed by you. ARR.RR. No one's going to give them your account bank details of theirs for you to take the money off him. No one's that stupid. That's the thing, Sarah Jane. Nanny Bird came in my live at the end of January, at the end of December, and said I'm hardly on the app because I've got no friends and I only sit with an old lady and a crackhead. Right. Just because I'm sat with two people, which I don't care that is Jessie or an old person like Sharon. I don't care who I'm sat with. I'm sat with them people because they've done a lot to me, but they've always turned round and apologised and gave a straight up apology, which Lou can't do. And it's funny that I'm the one that plays the biggest victim and always cries, and then they're forgetting about Lou, which is the biggest one of that. Oh, that's going to be body shaming now because I said the word big. She's the one that plays the biggest victim on here. Whenever ever something turns back to Lou, everyone's a bully. I've stood by her. I told Keisha off. I stepped away from Keisha when she threatened to dox him or get in contact or whatever with a ex-boyfriend or something like that. I defended her then. Even when I wasn't getting on with Lou a few weeks ago and people went at Lou in my box about her kids. I think it was something to do with Grandad and then Scouse or something. Not Scouse that had the kid stuff, whatever, but something to do with Grandad, and I dropped everyone. And I told them to stop going at Lou. And I've had her back. It's like when I had the phone call of my mental health, phone call on my screen, and Lee said I don't care about that. She doesn't care about someone else's mental health. And for so many times, I've always straight up and apologised to that girl. Loads of times. Whenever it's come back to me, it's excuses and excuses and excuses. And I'm the childish one. And I'm the one that plays victim. People just like to say that because they know I'm right. And that's why Blue has always said I seem more mature and more adult than all of these 50-year-olds that are sat on their arses arguing with a 20-year-old or even an 18-year-old at the time. That's how embarrassing they are. Because I even said to my mum, could you imagine being 50 years old arguing with an 18-year-old? She went, I'll be embarrassed of myself. Literally, that's how pathetic it is. So you won't see me sat on here probably in a year's time. I've been hardly on. Not because I've got no friends on the app. I don't care about TikTok. Why do you think I'm not sat here replaying lives, talking about stuff every single moment of the day? Am I going to go cancel a live that I need to talk to someone? Am I going to shout through a screen? No. In the moment of time, if it's someone in Jess's who are targeting Jessie, yeah, I will jump in, but I'm not going to spend my own time arguing with someone through a cam to making posts so they can read it. If someone wants to target me and be homophobic to me, expect me to turn around and body shame you and mock you. Because they think it's alright. They think, you know what? If I'm not a black person or I'm not gay or something like that, I'm going to target that person. What are they going to get me back? How are they going to get me back? And you'll find a way because there'll be something they're insecure of. So normally you can't be racist or homophobic back to that person because normally you don't know what they look like. You don't know who they are. You don't know what the gender is because they're hiding on fake accounts commenting stuff, and it's true. And that's why most of these accounts, hi Nitty, Nora, Most of these accounts give all the big talk on these accounts in the comments. They never come up. They never come up. They never show the face on the profile picture. They always stay hidden, what area they're from, how old they are, who they're dating, because they've all got something about them that they're insecure of that you will target about them. So when, when people like Angel and Mark and Sherby and so on, when they were constantly going on about my transition and I stopped retaliating to it, what did they do? They started looking for pictures of me as underage, 13 years old. And it's still to do with gender. Because they're so latched on to something that's really big in my life. Am I going to turn around and mock someone that lost a baby? That's a very huge thing to have in your life, is losing a baby, or your child passing away. Would I ever turn around and mock something like that they're really close to, that's really bad in their mental health? No, I wasn't. So just because I turn around and go, oh, look at you, you're 25 stone. You're 25 stone. Oh, I'm a nasty bully. But no, it's all right for someone to sit there and mock me, saying I don't know what I am, I don't know what my name is, I wasn't born a woman, you're a pervert. I'm all right to take all that, but if I turn round and say a comment about their hair looks greasy, or they need to go exercise, I'm a nasty person. How does that make sense? It doesn't. They like to play the victim because in their eyes, being homophobic isn't bullying or isn't nasty. To them, it's just a gender or sexuality, but it isn't. It isn't just a gender or sexuality. It's your whole life. And there's people out there that want you DEAD for being attracted to the same sex, or you wanting to be a woman or a man. But no, they like to pick on you online and say so many nasty things like, oh, you're not the gender you were born as, you're a pervert, you're trying to look at women in the toilets. They can say all that. But then when someone like me turns around and says something about their weight or their hair or their nose or something like that, I'm a massive bully. So how does that make sense? Because it really doesn't. And that's why a lot of people now that I've seen coming in, that don't like me, they're not saying one thing. And I've seen, when I ever talk about stuff like this, Soap and Glory never posts me. Talking about debates like this or something that's literally right. But they sit there and post everything Lee says. Or they'll post Jessie arguing or Jessie do something wrong. But they don't post normal stuff. Normal conversations or anything like that. Thank you, Willy Wonka. I thought it said Willy Wonka. Because, it's like when I argued with Nanny Bird again for the 20th time I've repeated in December. She said, you got no one in here to back you up. I was friends with Jessie, Sharon, Blue, loads of people at Christmas. I didn't message them or share the live because I didn't need them. One sec. But yeah, you know, I don't need to share the live, or spam someone to say, come in, I'm getting bullied, or, you know, yeah, I needed to the other year because I'd have about 50 people. Yeah, because I'd have about 50 people on my case, like Sharon did. But, you know, it's like Blue understands why I've reacted to Nanny Bird like the way I did. I asked the woman more than 50 times to say, how did I body shame you in December by putting an AI image of you sat on a bus? And I got no answer, and I repeated myself 50 times, and then all she could do is next to saying, do you not know what your gender is, Lauren? You're a man. That's all she could do and turn round and react. Like that. And then I made her an AI as Shrek, as an ogre. So I think I'm quite fair. And I responded in a good time. I didn't do it out the blue to be nasty. I did it because she upset me with her words. And just because that doesn't upset other people because you're not going through it, that doesn't mean it's not affecting my mental health massively or even slightly. Especially when these people say they've got LGBT people in their family or their kids are from the LGBT. Because you know what, I'd say this now and people are going to hate this. If anyone that's been homophobic to me on air and you've got any kids that are transitioning or that likes men or women, I really hope they disown you as a parent. I really hope they do. I really hope they leave your life. Because if you can sit on air and make me feel shit, because we're arguing and you want to put me down for liking men and not knowing what my gender is, I really hope any of you that have got someone really close to you leaves you. Because I had to lose my nan and loads of my cousins just because I wanted to be Lauren and I fancied men. So I really hope you don't experience it. I really don't. But I wish if you carry on to bring that up to other people that isn't me, I really hope people disown you in life. I really do. And if that's your kids or not, I really hope people disown you because you like to mock me and you just think, it's only just a gender thing. She only puts a wig on. She only does this. She only does that. I've been Lauren since 2020. Nearly 7 years. It'll be 7 years. It'll be 7 years coming up to December this year. I started my transition at the end of 2019. Start of 2020. So that's all I'm going to say. If anyone's listening that are homophobic and like to rub that in on fake accounts, even if you go on fake accounts and you bully someone for their gender or sexuality, I hope people leave you. I really do. Not for no reason, but I really hope they leave you. If they ever found out what you like, I really hope they disown you. Like I had to lose my Nana Gwen, which is my dad's mum. She disowned me when she found out. She said it wasn't normal. It's a sin. She said horrible stuff to me on messages. I begged her for a year, 2 years after, and I said, please, Nan, I love you so much. I said, I've known you all my life growing up, and I said, I don't want to lose you. And then she blocked me, and she never spoke to me again. I tried to contact my nan through my auntie, and she told me, yeah, your nan's doing all right. This has happened, that's happened. And eventually, my nan found out, and I don't have any contact with my auntie and my uncle. And then my mum's side, I've only got one cousin that will talk to me, and he's gay himself. And I've got a big family. I've got 3 aunties and uncle on mum's side. I've got 4 uncles on my nan's side and my auntie. I've got a big family, and I speak to about 4 of them. So it isn't just them comments that get me upset because, I don't have female chromosomes, because I'm not bothered about that. But they don't know how much it actually affects me when it goes in my head. To actually think, I lost my nan. I lost a lot of my family. I got bullied in school. So when they sit there and they think, oh, it's just a little comment mocking a gender. It's nothing to, cry about really. But when she body shames us back, we'll make a massive deal out of it. It is a deal out of it. It is a big deal. But me talking about this now, people go, oh, here we go, Lauren Blatt playing victim. I'm just explaining why it does affect me massively, because it does. So people then turn around and cry about me, saying comments saying they're huge, they're overweight, they need a wash, their hair's greasy. If I say something like that, it's the end of the world. But just because they haven't experienced something I've been through, like I went through primary, being picked on, called gay. None of the lads would talk to me. Through high school, spat on. Through college, I was only in college for near enough 2 weeks. 2 weeks I started college, and I already had to leave because a gay lad started on me in there and said I wasn't normal for wanting to be trans. Then you're getting people like Frankie Dickhead D that's coming in there saying you've got no one to talk to. I wonder why. Because it's people like them that are in this world that are picking on someone because they can't help loving the same gender as them. It isn't a choice. If people say it's a choice, you couldn't choose to. Let's say if you're a straight person here now, any mums that have got a husband, you couldn't make yourself enjoy doing stuff with another woman. You couldn't force yourself to like it. You could force yourself to do it, that's possible, but you could not force yourself to enjoy it. You couldn't. So I absolutely hate custard. I could force myself to eat it, but that doesn't mean I can force myself to enjoy it. So maybe some of these people in here or on the outside that are listening, maybe sit back and think, oh, I wonder why Lauren does turn around and make nasty gay eyes and says horrible stuff back to us when we mock her gender or mock her name or mock her sexuality for liking men. I wonder why she does that. But no, when I explain how it makes me feel, I'm a victim, I'm playing the trans card, I'm playing the homophobia card, I can't do anything. But when it's about them, I'm overweight because I've had a tumour or I've had this in my life. What about me when you're mocking my gender and mocking my sexuality when I lost people in my family and wasn't able to make friends because you can still hardly find people that will chill with you and be your mate just because they might be scared of you having a crush on them because you're into men. And a lot of you won't understand what I'm on about, but a lot of you will agree with me, even if you're not commenting it. You will know I'm right, because this world isn't a nice place out there. There'll still be someone waiting round that corner to beat up a gay guy, or a trans woman, or a lesbian. There'll be millions of people out there that will just go to prison to get rid of one of us. And that's not just saying criminal stuff happens on us. It happens to anyone. Pregnant women, disabled people, it can happen to anyone. But most people like to get a lot of the LGBT just for the fun of it, because they think it's wrong. You were born who you are, just like a black person or a Chinese person or an Asian person or a white person. You're born person or a white person. You're born who you are. You can't change that. So if people want to keep wondering why I turn nasty when they mention my gender or my name, or I'm confused or I'm confused if I like women or men or whatever crap that comes out of their mouth, like Nanny Bird saying she feels perved on because I'm not going to go ahead with my transition, I am going to turn around and say I won't look at you because you're an absolute state. I will turn around and make comments like that, because who gave you the right to sit there and say I fancy you, or it baffles me, Ed. So I'm grateful for the people that have sat here and listened to what I've got to say, instead of the stupid people that come in with the comments, because I am right on what I've just said. So to all of you haters that repeatedly bring up my gender in an argument, just sit back and have a think about why I be nasty and say horrible stuff about your weight or your looks. Because I can't go at you because most of you aren't in the LGBT, and I can't mock something that I'm not against on. You've never heard me be racist. The only wrong word I've ever said is the M-O-N-G that I said over a year ago. And I didn't know that word was used in another way like it is in our days. That word was used like an idiot when I was brought up. It meant like just idiot. I didn't know what that word meant until last year, and it never came out of my mouth again. I've never been racist or homophobic to someone.